see how you coming.
Socks, bad P.
Don't blame you. Who dressed you?
Bro, bad P. This
Who
t-shirt,
dressed you?
bad P.
Who Jeff back? Who Jeff back?
Show your face. Show your face, please, with sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, first and foremost, pardon me y'all, because this video was supposed to drop yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to, so I figured I'll drop it today because the story still has a meaningful message. Not to mention, we're still hearing about BloodHound Lil and the situation that took place 2 days ago, which means that it's still relevant because people are still wondering what happened. Now, I'm sure by now we've all heard the news of BloodHound Lil and his passing, when it would be reported that Lil was shot and unalived after him and a few others decided to go on a drill trying to catch their ops, but it went horribly wrong. Unfortunately, we will learn that Lil would try to chase his op down as he ran from Lil in broad daylight, and as Lil got closer to the house, he was met by another gunman to his surprise, and he was shot a couple times in his torso. Surveillance video taken from a nearby house would show the moment Lil lost his life as he was struck by gunfire and fell to the ground. Another angle taken from surveillance footage will also show the guys that Lil was with retreating back to the vehicle once they noticed Lil was shot. We even seen video of one of the guys falling, who we thought was shot in the midst of everything as well, but turns out that he just fell and hurt himself, which is why he started limping back to the car. Now, we seen his friends leave, but according to sources, they came back to get Lil and brought him to the hospital, where he was ultimately pronounced deceased. Now, there was a lot of rumors about what happened and who shot Lil, which I'm sure by now, due to social media detectives and people putting 2 to 2 together, they kinda already know. Which is crazy because we're living in a time where you literally can't do a thing and think you're going to get away with it, right? Somehow, somewhere, there's surveillance footage, there's witnesses, there's something or somebody around that can tell you what happened. However, even if the person who did shoot Lil was to be questioned or arrested, due to the circumstance in which everything happened, I'm sure that he'll just probably get off and claim self-defense, being that there's footage of Lil trying to shoot another individual in the process of him being shot and unalived. Some say it was instant karma, but I think at this point we can all agree that it's not too much sympathy people are going to give you if you lose your life while trying to take someone else's life, unfortunately. But no matter who you are in this world or what you've done, we all have loved ones that care about us, and in some cases they see or know a different side to a person than the world does. And that seems to be the case here with BloodHound Lil and the woman he was in a relationship with before he passed away. So despite what the outsiders knew about Lil it seemed like he was a total different person to his loved ones. In a few videos she shared, we also got to see the side of Lil that the world didn't get to see, as she would upload one video and caption it saying, quote, "You would be so mad that I let the world know you really was a sweetheart. You did whatever for me, literally. I never understood how y'all were so scared of him. He was my BFF, my Clyde, my escape, my whole world. Ain't no way this to end to our story. It has to be a sequel. Meet me in our spot. Let's ride to the mill and tell me how Ish went left, but you gonna be straight. I'll never be okay, baby." She will also post a bunch of videos and pictures as she remembered Lil where she also mentioned something about a daughter between the two, as she would caption it saying, quote, "If I could write a book about where we stand, the title would be Life with Superman. That's how you make me feel. Jeffrey, nobody knew you like I knew you. Nobody took their time to get to understand you like I did. I know you like the back of my hand, your schedule, your habits. I know not to pick out the wrong drawers when I'm shopping for you. I know you need a high C orange with a double cheeseburger, no ketchup. We got into it because you didn't want me selling lingerie, so you bought everything off the site when I first dropped. When I was in real estate school, you helped me study because for some reason, everything you say always stick in my head. Jeff, what's P without you? I went against the whole world to save you. I did everything in my power to save you, bae. I told you the streets don't have no love for you. I know you love me as much as I loved you, no matter how many diss songs you made about me. It went from I love you more to I love y'all. I know that you and Honey are back together and happy. The last dream I had about you, you were holding our daughter and you were the happiest person in the world. I didn't understand at the time, but now I do. You made it to heaven, just you two. I wish this was a dream and that was real life. My own little family, it was us against every obstacle we came across. Everybody knew the first person you was calling was P. When things went bad, who did they call? P. They knew nobody had you like I did, baby. You knew I was coming, and after all that, I still was by your side. Mine, no matter what. I hope our daughter is everything you ever dreamed of. Wait up for me. I'm forever with you. Hashtag one and only 1 p.m. Sincerely, your real housewife of BloodHound. Now, of course, a lot of people were in her comments saying such things like, why are we sad that a died? More need to go. And to be honest with you, when it comes to situations like this, you're always going to find these type of comments or people that have these type of opinions where some agree with them and some don't. But what I'm saying is that despite what some of these guys do in the street, they have people that actually love them because they get to see the different side of them. They experience them differently than we do, and they know the genuine things that they do behind the scenes that the world don't get to see. Like if you look at the videos that she uploaded, and if you ever judged him off those videos opposed to who they said he was with the bodies that he allegedly had, you would never believe it. But that's the thing. And we don't know why some of these guys do the things that they do, but their families and loved ones may not see what we see. Most street guys who have mannerism knows how to separate the two, where they keep their street life in the street and their personal life personal. Which is why most of the time when you tell their families that their child or siblings did X, Y, and Z, most of the time they can't believe it. Because they didn't see that image of the person due to that person keeping the two different lifestyles separate. Now on the other hand, for the guys in the street that glorify that lifestyle, let this be a lesson. When you're out there doing what you're doing, you don't understand how many people you are affecting when something happens to you. How much of an impact you make when something happens to you. Sometimes you could be the breadwinner of your family and they depend on you. So if you aren't around, things can't function how they once was. Or in this case, little Jeff, they said either had a daughter or something happened to the daughter in the past, and being that he was just unalive, you know, they got to meet each other again in heaven. I'm not really sure. Like I said, I'm going based on what she was saying because she showed the baby bump too. So I'm not sure if she's expecting or something happened. I'm kind of confused from that part, but things like that happen all the time with these guys where they're in the streets and they may be expecting a child, but they lose their life before they can even be in the child's life, before the child's even born. And now that child is left growing up without a father, right? I'm not sure if that's the case here because I'm kind of confused whether they're having and expecting a baby or maybe something happened to it and she was just reminiscing about it. I'm not sure, but the whole point of the message is that despite what we may think of some of these guys or their street reputation, they have real people that actually love them and know a side to these guys that the world don't get to see. And keep in mind, right? Don't get caught up in the music and stuff you see on social media. It's all entertainment. I'm not saying some of these guys aren't living what they're rapping about, but what I am saying is sometimes these guys get caught up in the lifestyle and get in too deep and they're forced to be the villain, right? But in their personal life, they're totally two different people than we actually expect. But, you know, it is what it is. Y'all jump in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. And I'm out.